guys, I'm Aveline and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So, before we get into today's video, we actually have been lucky enough to get a sponsor, and honestly, I am super excited about this one because today's video is sponsored by Dragon Rasha. So Dragon Rasha is a fantasy-driven MMORPG that you can download for your phone, and it runs on the Unreal Engine 4, which means that it's basically a beautiful game. The graphics are insane, especially considering it's a phone game. It comes with really good character customization, so you can choose exactly what your character looks like. You can change their face down to their eye size and nose size. You can change their body shape as well, their skin color, hairstyles, down to their eye color as well. As you play, you also get to unlock several different outfits, and some of them are really cool. With it being an MMORPG, of course, you also have to choose your character's class, and the different classes that you can choose from have different roles, which means that they have different fighting styles. So for example, the Soul Dancer is a support and healer type, while my own favorite, the Gunslinger, is a ranged DPS. And with the latest update, we got a new class called the Reaper, which is a ranged class, and it looks super cool. Another feature that came with the last update is that you can also open your own shop that you can run with your friends. So essentially, you can become business partners and play the game that way. And another feature that Dragon Rasha also has is that you can buy your own house, or you can completely bulldoze your house once you've bought it and build your own, which I think is so cool considering it's a phone game. You can build your house from scratch, do the whole layout yourself, decorate the whole house yourself. I'll admit I'm not the best builder in this game, but I think it is a pretty cool feature and one that I actually really enjoy. Dragon Rasha also comes with a big open world that you can travel around in completely freely. You're not bound to quests or anything like that. All the different areas look very different from each other. They have their own unique art style, and with the game being so beautiful, there's a lot to discover around the world. You can go have a cup of coffee with a friend, or go soak in the hot springs, or hang out at Tokyo Tower and enjoy the view. The world also has climate change and seasonal cycles, so you'll be able to experience weather changes such as sunny weather and snow and rain. It has a pretty big download size, but the game quality is also amazing, and especially considering it's a phone game, it looks beautiful. So if you're interested in downloading Dragon Rasha, there's a download link at the top of the description box. It's available for both iOS and Android, and if you happen to download it, or if you're already playing it and you want to be friends with me in the game, please leave your character name in the comment section down below. I've talked about this on the channel before, I think, here and there in a couple of videos, but I'm a big fan of MMORPGs. There are certain games that I've played for 10 years plus, and honestly, this game has impressed me a lot. And also, please come play it with me because it's a lot of fun. So thanks again to Dragon Rasha for sponsoring today's video, and without further ado, let's get on to the rest of the video. So today we are decorating an apartment. I actually asked yesterday on the Discord server because I didn't know if I wanted to do a house or just an apartment, so I asked on the Discord server and everyone said apartment, so that's what we're doing today. We are decorating an apartment. It's actually the last apartment in Evergreen Harbor. It's the last one I haven't done yet. I might redo the other ones at some point. I probably will because I really like the layout of them. I think it's nice that they're a little bit smaller and it's easy to do the floor plan in them and stuff, so I'll probably redo them now and then, but so far, we have all the apartments finished for the save file, which is pretty awesome. And this apartment is single mom themed because it's been a while, I think, since the last time I did any single mom themed builds, and honestly, it's one of my favorite themes to do, so I just like to revisit it now and then, whether it's for houses or apartments. It doesn't really matter, I just like the theme. Plus, I think they're a little bit easier for me to decorate as well. As long as like there's a female in the household, I'm okay with the decorating process, because I feel like for me, masculine interiors, whatever they look like, are more difficult to do for some reason. Even though I don't really know what's supposed to be a masculine interior and what's supposed to be feminine interior. Like, how does that? It's interior? Are you gonna base it on colors, or I don't know. So anyways, let's not get into that talk, not today. It's just personally, I don't really see much of a difference, to be honest. So anyways, but this is for a single mom, it's for her and also her kid, and there's also room for a toddler. So she has 2 children on her own. I think she's doing quite nice, like career-wise. I don't really know what she does. She could be, what's the new career called? I completely spaced out and I cannot remember right now, but she might be working as that one. It has some kind of fancy name, which is probably why I can't remember it, because English is not my first language. So, or she could be like a teacher or something like that. I don't really know. Let me know what you think though. So for the color scheme, we went for a lot of beige and white, and then I was slightly inspired by the curtains here. I was close to going for a mint for the interior, but I've already used the mint color in, I think, my last apartment I did actually, so I kind of wanted to go in a different direction so I don't end up using the same color scheme over and over and over. And I realized I hadn't actually used this swatch yet, so I decided to simply just go for it. So yeah, that is the color scheme we're going for today. Mainly beige and white for like wood tones, and then a little bit of blue here and there. You can see that in the bedrooms as well. Of course, we've used a lot of stuff from Eco Lifestyle. It's new, it's shiny, it fits the apartment. I'm just trying to like play around with it a little bit and mix it with furniture from other packs. So as you can see with the dining table, it's from Get Famous, but I'm using Eco Lifestyle chairs, but then also the couch is Get Famous too. And I think the coffee table is Get Famous too. But it's just like, it's just to see what kind of furniture the Eco Lifestyle furniture fits with, both when it comes to style, but also color scheme or swatches, if they have the right matching swatches, for example. So that's what I've been doing lately, and we're also doing that in this one. There's a little bit of a mix of different packs. As you can see, I'm using the Island Living counters, but I'm using Parenthood cabinets. We don't have any cabinets that fit the Island Living counters, so I often go for, if I go for at least the beige, the light wood tone, I'll use the Parenthood cabinets, but if I go for one of the other wood tones, I don't really know. I think I've used one of the base game cabinets for a darker brown one before, but I don't fully remember. I tend to go for the beige one the most because I really like the Island Living counters in that color, but anyways, just trying to mix everything and make it mesh and fit together and so on and so on. So that is pretty much what we're trying to do today while making it for a single mom and her kids. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this little apartment though. Also, I want to just a quick update on the tray files and also the gallery uploads of my previous builds. You know, I had like a week worth of footage or something from when I had early access. I don't know how to explain that, but let's just call it that, early access. And I couldn't upload the builds for a while because we couldn't save them to the library when we had access, early access, whatever. But I finally managed to get all the tray files saved, so I've uploaded them to both Patreon, where you can find the tray files, but they're also on the gallery. I think I'm just missing the stacked tiny houses. I haven't released that one yet, but I do have the tray files. I have the post and stuff ready to go. I just haven't released it yet, that's all. I'm being a bit of a diva about it, it's fine. But it'll be up today, so if you've been waiting for those uploads or just waiting to download them or whatever, you can finally do that, so you can put them down in your game. There's an issue with some of the apartments though, and I do want to make sure that you guys are aware, because when you, for example with this apartment, so you know that when you activate, or what's it called? I don't know how to say that, but when you have different neighborhood action plans, so for example, to get this apartment to look like this, I have green initiatives, that I also have modern development. I don't really know if green initiatives does anything to the apartment building, but I do know that it makes everything look a little bit greener around the neighborhood. So basically, to make sure that this apartment looks exactly like this in your games, you need the same neighborhood action plans as I have activated, because otherwise the building will have different windows and the curtains won't be sitting right. Maybe there'll be like a super small window all of a sudden where there used to be a 3-tile window. So that sort of thing. And I have made sure on Patreon at least to highlight that, to emphasize it, that you need these action plans to make the apartment look exactly the same as I made it look. But I can't really do that here on YouTube, so I just want to make sure that you guys know if you download this, you need modern development at least to make this apartment look exactly like it does here in my game. I hope that made some sort of sense. If you don't have eco lifestyle, it probably doesn't, but you wouldn't be downloading this apartment either. But if you do have eco lifestyle, I hope it made sense. It's about the neighborhood action plans, the NAPs. And yeah, I just got a few questions about it on Patreon, so I thought I would just try to explain it here. I hope that those of you who are looking to download this build is still listening to the video so you can get this explanation. But also if you're planning to download some of my past 3 apartments. For example, I did an apartment. I know this talk has nothing to do with this current apartment we're decorating right now, but I still feel like it's important to say. So, because I just want to make sure that if I upload something and you download it, you can get the full, like, it'll work like it's intended to. So, for example, the very first apartment I did was the one with a balcony, but when I decorated that apartment, the balcony was still working, so it was still functional and I could decorate it. However, they've changed that since just because it was bugging out with the neighborhood action plans. The door was changing, they had some issues with that, so it's a static balcony now, you can't actually decorate it. But in the uploaded version that I have, the balcony is still decorated, so when you place it down, the furniture won't be there. Like, it'll just look like it will be, but it won't. In the pictures that are attached to that apartment, it looks like there's a functional balcony, but it's not actually functional once you place down the apartment. So it's not because I'm trying to cheat you or anything like that, it's just because when I decorated it, the apartment or the balcony still worked. So I hope that made some sort of sense. It's just another little step that we have to take into consideration when downloading or furnishing apartments for Evergreen Harbor. So just another little step, it's all fine. If you hear something in the background, I don't know what's going on. I feel like someone near to me, like close to me, has a motorcycle or whatever, and for the past like 3 days, they've been making a lot of noise outside. I don't really know why you would do that. I feel like that's kind of annoying, but your life, whatever, that's fine. But if you can hear it, that's basically what's going on. My microphone picks up on everything, so it can even hear stuff that's going on outside, even though I can't with my noise-canceling headphones on. It can still hear it. It'll still pick up on it. It's not my tummy that's rumbling. It's just someone with a motorcycle outside. So how rude. I'm sitting here trying to work. What are you doing? I don't really know. But yeah, I thought I would just explain it in a video instead of making a long post about it somewhere and then have half of you not hear it or read it because it would be on Twitter or something. So just in case you were wondering what that's about, that's basically it. I've explained it a couple of times on Patreon as well, I think, but hopefully those of you who are interested in downloading apartments, not just from me, but also from my fellow simmers, maybe you have had a couple of questions that have been answered now. I don't really know. But if you have more questions, please let me know so that we can get this thing sorted. Because it's something that's new to the game and I feel like we just need to share the knowledge when we can. That sounded so cheesy. But anyways. So this is the last one of the bedrooms. Sorry I talked over the other two, but they, just a little note, they pretty much all have decently sized bedrooms for once. The toddler here, or the tiny human here, even has a 15 square bedroom. Usually I just put them in a 3x3, so a 9 square bedroom. It's basically just like a cupboard or something. But today they're a little bit spoiled, so they have their own sort of big bedroom, and yeah, I would say it's a pretty lucky toddler. You can also, like, this makes it possible to easily expand the room if the toddler turns into a kid at some point. If you do play with aging on, there should be plenty of room to place down a proper bed for a kid instead of a tiny human, so yeah. And then the last room that we are decorating is the bathroom, of course. I did not forget it today. I'm proud of myself. That feels kind of sad to say, but I've forgotten bathrooms several times, and I don't really know what that's about. I also managed to fit in laundry machines this time, so it might not, like, they might not be the most eco-friendly appliances in this household, but you can actually, I think you can upgrade them so they become more eco-friendly, actually. I think that was a new thing that was added with the new pack, which is pretty cool, by the way. The same counts for kitchen appliances. Those can be upgraded too. So I don't really know what they do, but I'm assuming that it means they cost less electricity and water, perhaps. But I don't really know because I haven't play tested it. But I'm pretty sure that I was told that you can upgrade the large machines. So anyways, it's a pretty basic bathroom. They have everything they should need. There's a bath and shower combo for the toddler especially. Usually I might just put down a shower, but toddlers need a bathtub. And then of course they have just about everything else they should need in here. So yeah, that is about it. So if you guys like this apartment, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. Thank you again to Dragon Raja for sponsoring today's video. And yeah, I think that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye!